The game I am about to show you is probably the best World War One game that I have played in years. And it's not a first person shooter, it's not an RTS, and there's probably not a World War One game like this. The closest comparison I can think of is the original Resident Evil or Silent Hill games, but without the supernatural stuff. It just focuses on the horrors of war. Welcome to Conscript. So Conscript takes place during World War One, and specifically the Battle of Verdun, where you play a lone French soldier who ultimately goes searching for his missing brother to take him home. The game focuses on classic survival horror gameplay, very reminiscent of the original Resident Evils and Silent Hills, but not using their camera style. It's this sort of isometric top-down view. The game will feature multiple endings, multiple weapons, and in the footage you're seeing, I've currently used the trench shovel, a knife, a bolt action rifle, a handgun, and a shotgun, but I'm sure there's going to be more. The game focuses on this intense and harrowing atmosphere, where at least in the portion that I've played, you battle through the trenches with limited resources to try and hold the Germans back. You can see the German soldiers taking out your friendly troops. There's artillery raining down through the trenches, which is blocking various access points or just blowing your friends apart. And once you've held back the initial German advance, something happens, and then the game really starts to pull on this original Resident Evil style game, where instead of going through the big mansion and trying to find your way through it, instead you're in the trench network, which is being patrolled by German soldiers instead of zombies and parasites and stuff like that. When you're going through the trench network, there will be various locked doors which you have to find certain keys for. There will be certain environmental puzzles you need to solve, which the only ones I've really come across so far is you need a certain item to be able to do a certain thing, such as a door that's been covered with barbed wire. You need to find some wire cutters to cut that wire off so you can go through the door. I've also seen holes in the barbed wire network that goes around your trench system, and you can actually find spools of wire to fill these gaps in. I'm not 100% sure on what that actually accomplishes because the game doesn't tell you, but when you travel between certain sections of the trenches, the German soldiers can respawn, so I'm pretty sure it reduces the amount of Germans that can sort of spawn in the next time you go back to a certain area. And the game features a classic Resident Evil style inventory system where you can only hold a certain amount of stuff, but also like a global chest where you can store items at a save point, and those save points also feature a Resident Evil 4 style merchant who's unknown to your player character. You don't know his name, and of course it's a bit weird that he keeps showing up at these different save points. I don't know if that character will be explained later on in the game, and I kind of hope he is. The footage you're seeing is from the first two chapters of the game, which are based in the Verdun trench network, but based on the other screenshots I've seen on the Steam store page, other locations will be playable in the other chapters. And from what I understand, these first two chapters in the demo are the shortest chapters in the game. And when I started playing the demo, I went in with zero expectations. All I knew about the game is that it looked kind of cool. I randomly found it while scrolling through the Steam store one day, and I added it onto the wish list. But when I was playing the demo, I just didn't want to finish it, which may sound strange, but it's because I didn't want to fully experience the demo, so that when I came to play the full release, there would still be a lot of stuff that I hadn't experienced yet in the first two chapters. But because I was so engrossed and so just like in the moment of playing that game, yeah, I did completely finish it. In fact, I went back to play it through again. I would highly recommend trying this game out. I mean, the demo is available on Steam. I think it is only coming to Steam at the moment, so I have no idea about a future console release, but hopefully it does well on Steam and then has a console release down the line. I'll be keeping my eye on the game, and when it does release, I will be doing a full review of it. So if you want to see that review when the game comes out, which I'm not sure when it will come out, then subscribe so you don't miss out. Give this video a like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. Let me know what you think of the game down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.